over to your window and look outside. Just take a look at the houses on your street. You probably think normal families own those homes, right? You think it is just a quiet, normal neighborhood. But let's be honest. Look closer. There is a silent invasion happening right outside your front door. Welcome back to Money Uncovered. Today, we open file number 12, the absolute end of the homeownership dream. The Wall Street Landlords. Listen to me. For generations, the formula was simple. Actually, it was a promise. You work hard, you save your money, you buy a modest house. You build equity over time, and eventually, you pass that wealth down to your children. It was the ultimate foundation of freedom and stability. But the financial elites, they realized something very dangerous. They realized that millions of independent homeowners, well, they cannot be controlled. A man who owns his own land doesn't bow easily. So, what did they do? They decided to simply buy the neighborhood. Over the last few years, a new apex predator has entered the real estate market. Mega corporations, hedge funds, and massive private equity firms. And the terrifying part? They are not just buying commercial skyscrapers anymore. No, they are buying single-family homes. Your starter homes, the houses in the suburbs. I mean, imagine you are a young family trying to buy your first house. You save up your hard-earned cash for years just for a down payment. You finally find the perfect place to raise your kids. But suddenly, you are outbid. Someone sweeps in and offers 20 or 30% over the asking price, in pure, cold cash. No inspections, no negotiations. Who was it? I promise you, it wasn't another family. It was an algorithm, a Wall Street computer program backed by billions of dollars of printed money. And here is the most unfair part of the game. When you go to the bank, you have to beg for a mortgage at a 6 or 7% interest rate. But these mega funds, they get billions of dollars at practically 0% interest from the central banks. How can a normal, hard-working human being compete with $1 trillion corporate fund that essentially prints its own money? You can't. And that is exactly the point. They don't want you to own property. Remember the ultimate agenda we talked about? You will own nothing, and you will be happy. Well, this is exactly how they execute it. They want to turn the most basic human necessity, shelter, into a corporate asset. When Wall Street owns all the houses in your town, what happens? Think about it. They control the rent prices. They dictate the terms of your living conditions. You no longer build equity for your future. You wake up, you work 40 hours a week just to build their equity. And let's talk about the psychological toll. When you rent from a mega corporation, you never really feel grounded. You can't even paint the walls without permission. You live with the constant anxiety of a 12-month lease. They can raise your rent by 20% next year, and you have absolutely no choice but to pay it, or pack your bags. It is a return to modern feudalism, plain and simple. They are the absolute lords of the land, and you are just a peasant paying for the privilege to exist on it. They use the very money printed by the central banks, the same money that causes your inflation, to buy the solid ground right out from under your feet. Your dream of a home is being stolen in broad daylight. And the worst part? It is perfectly legal. But the first step to fighting a monopoly is seeing it clearly. This is Money Uncovered. Stay awake.